Today I'm going to talk to you about what I've dubbed time bandits, and I've called it that because I really didn't want to call this time management. I thought that might just throw you all into a blah state of mind. Time bandits are the things that rob us of our time throughout the day. And of course, one of the big stressors in our lives at the moment is where does all our time go to? We don't get things finished. We're juggling so much. There's too much to do. There's not enough time to breathe, let alone get things done, get things finished, and be organized. And, for so many of us who are still in lockdown, we're juggling working from home with remote learning for our kids and feeling like we're failing at everything, if we're really honest, right? So I want you to have access to some of the tricks that I use and things that I encourage my clients to use to help with that sense of control over time. And I think that's probably one of the biggest issues. We feel that we're at the mercy of so many demands. We feel that we don't have enough time to do all the things, and we feel bad about ourselves for that. It feels like a sense of failing, and that's not good for our mood, it's not good for our mental health. So there are a bunch of things that I use and take for granted now because I use them so often that are really, really helpful at reining in some of the things that rob me of my time. So the ability to be constantly interrupted, I've put boundaries around that. So I use, first to confess, I'm terrible with email. I ignore email, and those who need my attention urgently know not to email me. It's not the way to get in touch with me. And I use some voice messaging apps to be able to communicate really quickly and easily with my team and with my inner circle, like a boss clients. These are the clients that work, the business coaching clients that work closest with me. I don't use those sorts of things with therapy clients because that's a different relationship. That's a one-to-one sort of treatment program, and you wouldn't expect to be able to voice message a GP. So it's the same sort of thing. What I also use are things like voice messaging apps that help me organize my day. So, I have an electronic shopping list and I can ask Alexa to add eggs to the shopping list. I don't even have to stop what I'm doing to make sure that I stay organized on that sort of stuff. Even the kids and my husband, they do the same thing so that we stay organized as a family around things that we need. I use a great tool for keeping my fingers out of Facebook when I should be working, and that is it's a simple Google plugin called Newsfeed Eradicator. And what it means is when you log into Facebook on your desktop computer, all you see is you pretty much see nothing except the options to look at a group or look at your own profile or look at your own pages on social media. You don't see a newsfeed. You can't scroll, in other words. Now, I do use Facebook a lot for work. And so Newsfeed Eradicator is great because I know when I'm in Facebook on my computer, I'm there to work. I'm not there to be scrolling. So it stops me from being distracted. It stops me being my own worst enemy, in other words. Think about opportunities to remove things from your line of sight. Like the Newsfeed Eradicator, you can also do things like, heaven forbid, remove the email app from your phone. If you don't want email constantly interrupting your flow of thought, you can take it off your phone and only access it at certain times of the day from your desktop. A lot of people are doing that these days. It's a great time management tool. Overarching all of the little tips and hacks like apps and things that you can use to regain control, I also want you thinking about how you think about your time and how you think about how much control you have over what you do each day, and then start making it look like you want it to look. So I have a structure to my week where I know on any given day what I'm doing. The minute I wake up, if I know it's Monday, I know I'm working with my individual business coaching clients. If it's Tuesday, I know that I'm working with my top end business coaching clients. Wednesdays, nothing gets booked into my diary. No one's allowed to access my diary on a Wednesday, not even for my own personal appointments. That's so that I can wake up knowing I've got a greenfield day to let my mind go where it needs to go, whether it's planning for my clinic, planning for my business coaching work, whether it's planning with the family, helping the kids with some remote learning, or God forbid, even taking a day off and going for a ride along the beach. So my week is structured in a sense that there's flexibility inside each day of what I do, but I know what type of work I'm working on within each of those days. So my therapy clients I see on a Thursday morning, for example. So when I wake up on Thursday, I know I need to be in that mindset and that frame of mind, and that structures my day. Now, in the past, I used to let things be higgledy-piggledy in my diary because working for myself, it was a bit of a free-for-all. I could just do whatever I felt like doing on any given day at any given time. I could squeeze things in here and pop things in there and let people have access to my diary to book themselves in for other things. I found that intensely stressful, and so I stopped letting that happen. But it did take me a while to realize that that was such a significant source of stress for me and that I had to put boundaries in place. Now, the Wednesday diary free day took a lot of effort on my part to maintain my own boundaries around that and stop breaking my own rule by sneaking people into my diary on a Wednesday. So you do need to practice some discipline. You do need to stand firm in some boundaries that you've set, whether that's standing firm with other people or standing firm with yourself so that you don't break your own rules. Once you get used to it, it becomes a simpler habit to maintain. You feel a sense of flow. You know what you're meant to be working on any given day. You know when you've got time available. And it also means getting better at ending your day because you know that the tasks for that day are limited and the next day you're going to be working on something else. So you can down tools at an appropriate time at the end of the day and then be present with your family, which of course is something we all would like to do more of if we're really honest, right? So I'm off to spend some time with my boys today. My oldest is remote learning high school and my youngest is remote learning primary school, and there's a whole lot of variation in how they're doing their days. And today I've got nothing, because it's a Wednesday, I've got nothing in my diary that's interrupting where I'm going with my day. So I've actually set aside some time to be with them, help them stay focused on what they're wanting to achieve today. But also, we're going to go for a walk in the sunshine. Hope you find some sunny time for you today as well. Have a great day.